The single dad, Michael, a man in his late 30s with calloused hands and a faded Navy janitor's uniform, pushes a mop across the polished wooden stage of the Grand Emerson Concert Hall. It's well past 9 p.m., and the vast auditorium, with its velvet seats and gilded balconies, is nearly empty, save for the distant hum of a vacuum cleaner and the faint chatter of a few lingering staff. The overhead lights are dim, casting long shadows as Michael works in silence, his movements mechanical but deliberate. A worn photo of his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, peeks out of his pocket, her bright smile a quiet anchor in his weary world. As he sweeps near the gleaming black grand piano at center stage, he slows, his eyes lingering on the keys. The instrument, a Steinway, seems to glow under the soft spotlight left on by mistake. Michael's fingers twitch, as if remembering a melody from long ago. He glances around, ensuring no one's watching, and brushes a hand lightly over the keys, not daring to press them. His face softens, revealing a flicker of a younger man who once dreamed of music before life, single fatherhood, endless bills, and a string of odd jobs, demanded otherwise. Unbeknownst to him, a small group of corporate executives, dressed in sharp suits, emerges from a side door. They're there for a late-night meeting about the hall's upcoming gala. One, a younger man with a smug grin, notices Michael by the piano. He nudges his colleague, whispering something mocking about the janitor daydreaming. The others chuckle softly, their voices carrying just enough to make Michael's shoulders tense. He grips the mop handle tighter, pretending not to hear, but the moment plants a seed, a quiet challenge to the man he's buried beneath years of sacrifice. This expanded scene sets a richer emotional foundation, highlighting Michael's inner conflict, the weight of his responsibilities, and the subtle class tension that sparks the story's turning point. Let me know if you'd like to expand another scene or tweak this one further. Michael, still clutching the mop, feels the sting of the executive's taunt echo across the empty stage. "Hey, janitor, can you even play that thing?" The voice belongs to a slick-haired man in his 30s, leaning against a velvet rope with a smirk, his polished shoes glinting under the dim house lights. The other executives, a mix of stern older men and a few women in sharp blazers, laugh softly, their amusement cutting through the quiet of the Emerson Concert Hall. Michael's face flushes, a mix of embarrassment and quiet defiance. He sets the mop against the piano bench, its wooden handle clattering slightly, drawing more glances. He straightens, meeting the young executive's gaze. "I used to play," he says, his voice low but steady, roughened by years of fatigue. The group quiets, sensing something unexpected. Michael hesitates, his calloused fingers flexing as memories flood back, late nights practicing on his mother's old upright piano, scribbling compositions in a tattered notebook, dreams he shelved when Lily's mother left and he became both mom and dad. The executives exchange looks, some skeptical, others curious. The smug one, undeterred, crosses his arms. "Go on, then, let's see what you've got." Michael's eyes dart to the grand piano, its polished surface reflecting his worn reflection. He thinks of Lily, her bright eyes when he hums her lullabies, and something shifts, a spark of pride, a refusal to be diminished. "All right," he says, almost to himself, and sits at the bench. The executives lean forward, half expecting a clumsy attempt, while a janitor colleague, pausing her cleaning in the wings, watches with quiet hope. Michael's hands hover over the keys, trembling not from fear but from the weight of a talent long buried, ready to surface. This expanded scene deepens the tension and character dynamics, emphasizing Michael's internal struggle and the social divide that sets the stage for his transformative performance. Let me know if you'd like to expand another scene or adjust this one. Expanded Scene 3. The performance. Michael's fingers, rough from years of scrubbing floors and fixing leaks, settle on the cool ivory keys of the Steinway. The grand piano, an imposing presence at the center of the Emerson Concert Hall stage, seems to hum with potential under his touch. The executives, clustered near the front row, watch with a mix of skepticism and mild curiosity, their earlier laughter fading into an uneasy silence. The young man who taunted him leans back, arms crossed, expecting a fumbling attempt. In the wings, a janitor colleague, Maria, pauses her sweeping, her eyes fixed on Michael. The faint glow of a single spotlight bathes the stage, casting Michael's silhouette across the polished floor. He takes a deep breath, closing his eyes for a moment. In his mind, he sees Lily, his 8-year-old daughter, giggling as he played her a silly tune on their second-hand keyboard at home. This piece, though, is different. It's one he's crafted in stolen moments, a melody born from sleepless nights and unspoken love, a tribute to their shared resilience. His first notes are tentative, a soft ripple of chords that feel like a whisper in the vast hall. The executives shift uncomfortably, but then the music shifts too. Michael's hands gain confidence, weaving a haunting melody that blends minor chords with a soaring, hopeful refrain. The sound swells, filling the auditorium with an aching beauty, notes that speak of struggle, of quiet mornings making breakfast for Lily, of dreams deferred but never forgotten. The executive's smirks fade. The CEO, a gray-haired man standing at the back, lowers his phone, his eyes glistening. Maria grips her broom, tears welling as she recognizes the depth in Michael's playing. A stagehand, drawn by the sound, peers from backstage, his jaw dropping. Michael's face, illuminated by the spotlight, is a study in focus and vulnerability, tears tracing down his cheeks as he pours himself into the music. The final chord lingers, resonant and raw, and for a moment, the hall is utterly still, every heart tethered to the echo of his song. This expanded scene amplifies the emotional weight of Michael's performance, capturing the transformative power of his music and its impact on everyone present. Let me know if you'd like to expand another scene or refine this one further. Expanded Scene 4. The emotional climax. The final note of Michael's performance hangs in the air, a fragile, shimmering echo that seems to hold the Emerson Concert Hall in a suspended moment. His hands rest on the piano keys, trembling slightly, as tears stream down his weathered face, glinting in the soft spotlight. He's unaware of the effect he's had, lost in the catharsis of sharing a piece of his soul, composed for his daughter, Lily. The silence in the auditorium is profound, a collective breath held by the small, unexpected audience. The executives, once dismissive, sit frozen in the front rows, their expressions a mix of awe and disbelief. The young man who taunted Michael, his smug grin long gone, stares wide-eyed, hands clasped tightly in his lap. Slowly, the CEO, Mr. Hargrove, a stern man in his 60s with silver hair and a tailored suit, steps forward from the back of the hall. His polished shoes click softly on the aisle, and he wipes his eyes with a handkerchief, his usual composure shaken. The other executives exchange glances, some visibly emotional, their corporate armor cracked by the raw honesty of Michael's music. Maria, the janitor in the wings, clutches her broom, tears spilling freely as she whispers, "My God." Michael, a stagehand, still hovering backstage, begins to clap, tentative at first, then louder, breaking the spell. The sound ignites the room, applause erupts, not just for the music but for the man who, moments ago, was invisible to them. Hargrove reaches the stage, his voice thick as he asks, What was that piece?" Michael, startled by the attention, wipes his face with his sleeve and clears his throat. "It's for my daughter, Lily," he says softly. "She's 8. It's everything I can't say to her." His words, simple and unguarded, hit like a second wave. Hargrove nods, his eyes glistening again, and murmurs, "Extraordinary." The executives join the applause, some standing, their clapping a bridge across the chasm of class and circumstance. Maria rushes forward, hugging Michael tightly, whispering, "You did it, you showed them." Michael, overwhelmed, manages a small smile, his heart swelling with a mix of pride and disbelief. In this moment, he's no longer just the janitor. He's a father, an artist, a man seen and heard, his music a quiet revolution that has moved every soul in the room. This expanded scene deepens the emotional resonance of the moment, highlighting the shared humanity and the transformative impact of Michael's performance on both him and his audience. Let me know if you'd like to expand the final scene or adjust anything here. Expanded Scene 5. The Ripple Effect. The soft glow of a single lamp illuminates Michael's small, cluttered living room, where he sits on a creaky stool beside a battered second-hand upright piano. It's a week after his impromptu performance at the Emerson Concert Hall, and the world feels different, though the apartment, strewn with Lily's crayons, dog-eared library books, and a stack of unpaid bills, remains humbly the same. Lily, his 8-year-old daughter with bright eyes and braided pigtails, perches beside him, her small fingers poised over the piano keys. A grainy video of Michael's performance, secretly recorded by the stagehand and now viral with millions of views online, plays faintly on a cracked phone screen propped against a cereal box. Comments like, "The janitor's masterpiece," and, "This brought me to tears," flood the feed, but Michael hasn't watched it. He's too shy, too grounded in the life he's always known. The viral video has sparked a whirlwind. Local news outlets have called, a music school offered Lily a scholarship for piano lessons, and the concert hall's board, led by a moved Mr. Hargrove, invited Michael to perform at their upcoming gala. He hesitated, his janitor's instincts wary of the spotlight, but accepted for Lily's sake, hoping it might open doors for her dreams. Tonight, though, it's just them. "Play it again, Daddy," Lily says, her voice bright with pride. Michael smiles, his tired eyes softening, and begins their duet, a simple, joyful tune they've practiced for months, nothing like the haunting piece that stunned the hall, but full of their shared warmth. Their fingers dance together, hers stumbling but eager, his steady and gentle, the music weaving a cocoon of love in their modest home. A knock at the door interrupts them. It's Maria, his coworker from the hall, holding a small cake with "R star" scrawled in messy frosting. The whole crew chipped in, she says, grinning. "You're famous, Mike, but you're still stuck with us." They laugh, and Lily claps, insisting Maria join them. As they share the cake, Michael glances at Lily, her face lit with a happiness that makes every late shift and sacrifice dream worth it. The world's applause is fleeting, but this, his daughter's smile, the music they make together, the quiet support of friends, grounds him. He's still a single dad. Still a janitor, but now he carries a spark of recognition, a belief that his talent, once buried, has planted seeds for a future where Lily might soar. As they resume their duet, the final notes ring out, a promise of hope in their small, unbreakable world. This expanded scene closes the story with a focus on Michael's unchanged roots, the intimate bond with his daughter, and the subtle but profound shifts in his life, balancing humility with newfound possibility. If you'd like me to refine any part of this or revisit another scene, let me know.